Hey everyone! Welcome to the stream. This is Accounting Nightmare. That's a good song. It's called Triumph. Unmute the game. Stormblood! It's a pretty good intro as well. Alright, we're going back into the MSQ. Welcome Tag, welcome Mia, welcome Lauren, welcome Walken. You just got done selling all your Steam trading cards, made almost $2. Nice. That's $2 you wouldn't have had otherwise. I forgot all about trading cards. I have so many cards I haven't earned from games. I kind of forgot there was a thing, that there was a whole app that you would run that would... An app, sorry. There was a program that someone made that you would run to earn that cards for you. I forgot about all of that. I've probably got tons of cards I haven't earned yet. Alright, so I've decided we're going to go back into the MSQ and work towards Shadowbringers. Because there's a ton of... there's a ton of class quests left, but I haven't finished leveling the classes. And I won't have them leveled in time to do them before Shadowbringers, so I have decided to kind of hold off on those. Hey Spruce, welcome. Yeah, I'm an aura. Is that Yella? Yeah, I'm really happy with my character as she is at the moment. Very good. Using the best title of the Silver Fuller, Orchifont's title. Yeah, so people keep saying that Shadowbringers is going to make me cry a lot, so I decided, in case I need a break from the Shadowbringers MSQ, I can use some class quests as a little a change of pace if I need. So I think, since I have a plan with that, I think that'll work out quite nicely if I do that. So let's see. I haven't played in a couple of days actually. I got stuck into Picross. Paint It Back. Paint It Back's great. A good Picross game on Steam. I haven't done roulettes in a couple of days. Right. So the class quests, we did Dark Knight and Gunbreaker. We haven't done Warrior, so that's one we can save for later. I've heard that's a nice light-hearted one, so that should be fun. Haven't finished leveling Paladin, so I'm still working on that. Still leveling Monk. We did Dragoon and Ninja. Still leveling Samurai, but we can do the first set of Samurai quests. We did White Mage. We've still got Scholar to do. I'm still leveling Astrologian. We did Bard. I haven't done Machinist yet. The quests. Haven't leveled Dancer yet. Haven't leveled Black Mage. We got Summoner. I did Red Mage. And we got Blue Mage as well. So that's 6 set of class quests. So I'll save those for if we want a little break from crying a lot in Shadowbringers. Yeah, I've done the quest for the classes I really wanted. Okay, White Mage, Dark Knight, Gunbreaker, Dragoon, Red Mage. I definitely wanted Red Mage. I'm loving playing Red Mage, so I'll be playing more of that. I think the only thing left is I want to catch up my healers. So once I've finished leveling Astrologian, I'll probably do the class quest for both of those, just to unlock their level 70. Because the level 70 Scholar seems important. It's like a fairy meter or something. Yeah, something to do with a fairy meter. And Astrologian. What does Astrologian get at 70? Sleeve draw. Draws a card. Yeah, that sounds important. But yeah, I'll probably do those sooner rather than later once I've got Astrologian leveled. Because I'm a healer main. But apart from that, we'll move on with MSQ. So we're going to do... Well, we'll start 4.3 today. Not sure how long it is. Where are we going? Kugane. You like my character too? Ah, thank you. If your main wasn't a femro, she'd be a Zella, you think? Oh, a femro. Nice. I didn't actually realise you were a femro. Just making sure I don't have tomestones to spend. Yeah, so I think I'll be Gunbreaker for the rest of these 4.x quests, and then I'll go Dark Knight for Shadowbringers, I reckon. Because I'm enjoying both of those classes. Chicken. Okay, I could use a catch-up on what happened last time in the story, actually. Let's go look at the VODs. 4.1. I'll mute that. VODs. Got the picture-in-picture going. Right, so 4.1 was about... Yeah, this was about the Girabanian side of things. Setting up their new government. Oh yeah, it's where we found out Godbert actually sucks. That was a shame. We went on a treasure hunt. We found a bunch of treasure. So they're rich. They got plenty of money to get their industry going. They're getting salt trade going. The Ananta were bad and tried to temper everyone here. That would have been horrible. So we protected them, and Fordola actually helped out. That was cool. And so did Arenvold. Arenvold had a nice little moment there in the sun. Your main is not Mia? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Mia Mercer is your ult, isn't it? Do I prefer playing tanks? I'm a healer main. I like healers most. So I actually play healers in dungeons. But just for doing the quests, healers aren't very interesting to DPS things, so... And I'm just really enjoying both of these tank classes at the moment. That's the only reason I'm going these. Yeah, so Nanamo and Rauban kind of parted ways. She released Rauban to go help out his homeland, and that was really sweet. So he's going to run the army. Yeah. And Lise is a very prominent figure over in Alamigo. That's cool. But yeah, things are pretty exciting in Alamigo. And then we had 4.2, where we went over to the Doma side of things. The Doma side of things. I don't remember any of this at all. Oh, right, yeah, we caught up with Gosetsu again. And he's with Tsuyu, as he calls her now. You got Tsuyu. So she has lost her memory. She has amnesia, and he's kind of caring for her as like a fatherly figure. And so a lot of it was like figuring out what to do with her, because the Empire showed up with a questionable person. Where is he? Yeah, this fricker. Yeah, that's right. He's her brother, isn't he? Yeah, they want her back. There's something going on there. Yeah, he pretended to be all nice and lovely, and the Empire just wants to talk now, you know. But he's actually scumbag. He hates us for killing Xenos. Yeah, he did a little heel turn. He gave a mirror or something to Yotsuyu, which I'm very concerned about this mirror, if it's got like some kind of weapon or something hidden in it. Yeah, Domans have begun their reconstruction of their enclave. Yeah. So things were left at a bit of a weird spot with that guy. Oh yeah, and I'm pretty sure we had a little cutscene where we saw Xenos, where he seems to be alive. Yeah, he seems to be alive. My guess is he's a clone. Yeah, I think they cloned him. That's my current guess, but we will find out as we continue the story. You love Nanamo so much? Yeah, Nanamo's great. I love Nanamo. He's really good. The cutscene where he reveals his true colours is hilarious when you're either max height Ro or minimum high Lala. Nice. Yeah, Nanamo's really good. Alright, that's right, we're starting the quest over in our little base camp over here. I think I've done everything in Stormblood I wanted to. We did the... Oh, hello, you got triple triad match. Yeah, I did the Four Lords, that was fun. Really enjoyed those trials. Did Omega, I loved Omega. We did Evilise. The Evilise raids were so fun. Oh. We did Hildebrand. Hildebrand was fun. I think I'm done with the side stuff for Stormblood. Apart from Eureka, which I'm going to do on my own, just on my own time whenever I feel like doing Eureka stuff. I'm a Gunbreaker. Gunbreaker's fun. Hello. This is probably the best patch quest in the series. Ooh. Except for the next two. I'm sensing a theme where they just keep getting better and better. Lalafell makes so many cutscenes funny. Like in that moment in Heavenswood when the Pope sees the Warrior of Light as a menacing shadow. That sounds great. Whatever Asahi is planning, we cannot let him have his way. After all Lord Hien has done, the Empire cannot be suffered to hinder Doma's restoration. That's right, Asahi, that was his name. More often than not, it seems opportunity is wont to come knocking when the Scions are about. So long as you and yours remain here in Kugane, I'm certain a profitable venture will present itself. It's not every day you make friends with a secret collective of talking animals, after all. Even if Soroban hadn't decided to remain at Leisen Temple, I wouldn't have wanted to stay away. Yeah, she's referencing the Four Lord stuff. That was really cool. Gosetsu and Tsuyu. Alfie has important news to share. Ooh. Scouting, aiming, healing, casting. I don't think I need any of that. I need whatever the monk samurai one is. Striking, I think it's called. That's the only tombstone set I don't have yet. Ah, Melchan. Impeccable timing. We have just received a letter from Lord Hien. He writes that the Domans are coordinating their efforts with the Blue Kojin to maintain a constant watch over the Red. By staying on the lookout for signs of crystal hoarding and the like, they mean to nip any summoning attempts in the bud, thereby satisfying the conditions for peace set down by the ambassador. For the Garlean's part, the Populaires have sent word that a vessel bearing Doman conscripts is soon to arrive in Yangsha. It would seem that the prisoner exchange is to proceed as planned. Lord Hien requests your presence, and I share his view that you should be on hand at this critical juncture. According to the letter, Yotsuyu's memory has yet to return, so it looks like she'll be living out the rest of her days in Doma, assuming the ambassador means to honour the agreement, of course. Before we get to that, however, I think it would be wise to assess her condition one last time. If the Domans have missed any change in her mental state, however slight, it would be better if Asahi weren't the one to spot it. Agreed. Let us make straightways for the Enclave then. Lord Hien will be waiting. I trust you will cope in our absence, Tataru? Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Just be sure to come back safely. Bye. Those enthusiastic waves. I'm very much in favour of a peace agreement between Doma and the Empire. Loosen that imperial grip, I say, and let the trade routes breathe freely. Alphino's been keeping a very careful count of his coins lately. I doubt he'd ask for a sip of water without asking the price first. Wow. She gave him a good talking to. I can just go to the Enclave. East. Enclave. Yeah, tanking is actually my my least favourite role in dungeons. Just 'cause it's a very lead the way kind of role, and I'm not super confident in that kind of thing. But the mechanics of playing tank is really fun. Hello. Just someone driving past on a bike. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? Yeah. That's why I'm excited about this Trust Dungeons thing, because I'll be able to tank for some NPCs, apparently. We know the broad strokes from his letter, but I would hear the details of our Doman friend's progress from Lord Hien himself. Ever since he drained our coffers dry buying that sword, Alphino has had his purse strings in a death grip. I can't even buy a cup of tea without him going on about the dangers of frivolous spending. Aww. Might be going a bit too far. Ah, I see my letter reached you across the Ruby Sea. Thank you for coming so swiftly. Though I wrote at some length on the subject of the forthcoming exchange, there was one other matter I neglected to mention. It concerns Gosetsu. As you may have observed, he returned from his ordeal rather the worse for wear, and despite his best efforts to conceal his condition, or perhaps because of them, he recently collapsed. Oh. Good gods! Is he alright? Confined to bed and grumbling without cease, but he has shown signs of recovery. He made me promise not to tell you, lest you worry unduly, which was all very well when you weren't here. Now that you are, however, I think it high time he received from visitors. Might you spare him a moment? Tsuyu has scarce left his side, and I imagine you are curious to see what has become of her as well. We will visit him at once. Mel-chan, Alize, shall we? Yeah. Gotta go see Uncle Gosetsu.
Open wide now.
Please, Tsuyu. I'm not so frail that I cannot feed myself.
He's trying to keep up appearances now that we're here. He's embarrassed.
I grow weary of the taste of gruel.
You don't like it? Can I fetch you something else?
Aye, wine. Or if that is not wholesome enough, I don't know. A sweet persimmon from Namai. I enjoyed them in my youth.
A persimmon.
Nay, pay me no mind. I am full. Besides, we have guests.
I hope we are not interrupting your meal. We had heard you were confined to bed and thought you might welcome some visitors.
Confined to... a gross exaggeration. A trifle drained from my exertions, perhaps, but with a little rest, I shall be fighting fit again in no time.
Take off your clothes.
Should we leave the room?
Gosetsu, is this how you've been spending your time?
My lady, I assure you this is not.
Off with them. We need to wash you. You stink.
I mean, my mind didn't immediately jump there. I thought she was just tending to a wound he had.
What are all these scars? There are so many of them.
A life of battle will leave its mark upon a man.
Uh-oh.
Is something wrong, Tsuyu?
It's nothing. I'm fine.
But leave me be, woman. I will not be fussed over like some newborn babe.
They're bullet holes, don't ask. Smile. Yeah. Mm. They make a convincing pair, do they not? On first acquaintance, I would think him a doting grandsire and her a model grandchild. Indeed, had someone told me a year ago that I would live to bear witness to such a scene, I would have declared them mad. That aside, I am relieved to see Gosetsu has lost none of his spirit. But what a turn of events. I mean, for her to suddenly be watching over him, you couldn't make it up. Although I suppose Gosetsu is an old man, with the way he charges through life, it can be easy to forget. Aye, he has resisted decrepitude with the same defiance he showed the enemies of Doma. But no matter how adamant his will, no man can carry on forever. He has pushed himself beyond the limits of endurance too many times. Even if his health returns, the fact remains, he will never again be the warrior he once was. He has given his all for liege and land, and we will ask no more. And what of his nurse? If Yotsuyu is feigning that, well, she certainly has me fooled. This is no pretense. Who's this? Yugiri. I forgot your name. Yugiri. Out of all of us, I would think you the hardest to convince. So, what makes you so sure? I have been spying on Yotsuyu from the shadows, waiting for the misstep that would betray her charade for what it was. But her mask has never slipped, not once. She has remained in character from the first. One evening, I watched her as she sat in her chambers, unguarded and alone. She had taken the dishes from the cupboard and was pretending to prepare dinner right there on the tatami. A child's game. Even the wariest shinobi would not go to such lengths. I can but conclude that her mind is truly broken. Well, that's good enough for me. And everyone else, I would hazard. Aye, the matter is settled. Yotsuyu will become Tsuyu, and begin a new life here in Doma. Before that can happen, however, we will need to present her to the ambassador one last time, to prove that her memory is truly gone. But I would not risk parading her in front of our returning conscripts. Her presence at the exchange would only stir up mutinous thoughts. Understandably, she as good as fastened the chains around their necks. Aye, which is why I mean to conclude this business with Tsuyu first, out of the sight of my countrymen. Will you help me? We are at your service. There is no higher purpose than the pursuit of peace. Aw, that's a good line. Hey, Counting. Welcome. How are ya? My thanks. The Garleans are on their way, and we must prepare to welcome the ambassador. We will meet you at the docks with Tsuyu. The skiff will take us to our meeting with the ambassador. We will join you at the docks once preparations have been made. Even after weeks of surveillance, it was difficult for me to accept that Yotsuyu's condition was genuine, but not as difficult as accepting Gosetsu's affection for her. To the docks. Very fancy outfit. Can you imagine Yotsuyu playing with bowls on the floor? I don't know that we can think of her as the same person anymore. Shall we wait here then? Lord Heian should not be long. Uh-oh. My friends, have you seen Tsuyu? She is nowhere to be found. What? But the Garleans will be landing in a matter of moments. If she's fled, could it mean her memories have returned? I know not. Yugiri is scouring the streets as we speak, but it is possible Tsuyu has left the Enclave altogether. Captain, a word. Did you perchance carry a fair-skinned woman across the river? A fair-skinned woman, my lord? I do not rightly know. I think... Yes, my lord. Now that you mention it, there was a lady among the passengers whom I do not recall having seen before. Her face was hidden by the brim of her hat, but I remember taking her hand to help her onto the boat. White as new-fallen snow it was. Was she someone important, my lord? Have I done something wrong? Wrong? No. No, I was merely hoping to catch our guest before she departed. Be at ease, Captain. Twould seem that Tsuyu has crossed the river. Kami, help me. No good can come of this. Thanks for the gear. No good can come of this. Here. Which coffer would you like? Let's see what the healing one looks like. Oh yeah, I've got to decide if I want anything else with these Tomestones of Lore, because that event ends next week, when 6.0 comes out. It's a nice robe. Hat. Not a fan of the hat. But I don't like most hats, so that's nothing new. What changes colour? Ooh. could use this for astrology. I have been looking for a new astrologian set. Anyway, story. Yeah, story. Her memory must have returned. Why else would she run? Without Tsuyu, I cannot see how the prisoner exchange, or indeed the peace process at large, can proceed. We have to find her, and soon. Gone like the morning dew. Though his face betrays little sign of panic, he is plainly desperate to find Yotsuyu before something terrible happens. It seems Tsuyu has gone unrecognized thus far, but Kami help us if someone catches a clear view of her face. We must find her before that happens. The responsibility for her disappearance, for all of this, lies with me, but I would ask for your aid nonetheless. We are at your service, Lord Hien, now as before. Let us make the crossing and begin our search. You go on ahead. Someone should let you get in, know what we've learned. I'll join you on the other side. We have no way of knowing where Tsuyu is headed, so we had best divide our forces. I will take Kusakari and its surrounds. Alphino, if you would take the road to Castrum Fluminus. Mel-chan, forgive me, but could I ask you to interrogate the residents of Yuzuka Manor? One of the Namazu may well have seen our quarry. If everyone is in agreement, let us board the skiff, and hope the Kami smile upon our efforts. I get to go talk to some Namazu. Nice. They're always fun. It looks kind of foggy. The weather is apparently fair skies. Hello. Welcome to Yuzuka Manor. Yes, yes. If there is anything you care to know, you need only... A pale-skinned woman? I have seen no such traveller, I am sorry to say. Most sorry. Scaly-skinned Namazu, on the other hand, we have in abundance. No, still no pale-skinned females here. Only grey. Hello. We were just discussing what might make a good gift for the people of Namai. I believe a vase would do quite nicely. Yes, yes. Aw, that's cute. Are you okay? Everything okay in here? Unusually pale skin. Yes, I saw this woman on the way back from my fishing trip. She had just crossed the shallows east of here and was headed in a northeasterly direction. For the most part, her steps did not seem certain. If you hurry, you might still catch her. Thanks. Does your friend need help? I thought you would be on your way by now. Did you lose interest in finding your friend? Okay, I'm just going to leave you. Hey, Magic. The Namazu are great and their quest line is so much fun. Nice. Yeah, I haven't unlocked them yet, but I'm really looking forward to unlocking these guys. They seem really cute. Yeah, I'm still working on Heavensward Beast Tribes at the moment. I finished with the Vath. Currently working on the Moogles and a little bit of Vanu Vanu. Are your favourite pre-Shadowbringers Beast Tribe? Nice. Don't remember where you unlock it. I believe it's both of these blue pluses. So I remember looking these up to see what they unlock, and I think you have to do both of them and then they converge to unlock the Namazu. So I think that's what those were. You see no sign of Yotsuyu to the north. Perhaps she is somewhere farther off to the northeast. Yeah. I was wondering if she was going to go, like, inspect the ruins of the castle, but no, she's going somewhere else. Still no sign of Yotsuyu. Perhaps she is yet farther to the northeast. Why is it so foggy? Kind of weird. Oh, this one's got a long cast bar. Something's gonna happen. But Tsuyu is nowhere to be seen. But lying on the ground a short distance to the north, you spy a familiar-looking wide-brimmed hat. Oh, okay. Hat. These people watching this cutscene. Hat. A cursory glance is all that is required to confirm your suspicions. It is the same hat Yotsuyu was wearing when you found her in Sakazuki. Cutscene! They're low-lying clouds. Oh, okay. Yeah, I hadn't noticed them here before. I wonder what's caused them to show up. Mo-chan, before you ask, our search of Kusakari and its surroundings has yielded exactly naught. Save this chance reunion with you, I suppose. Mistress Alize has gone to assist her brother at the castrum. It was she who informed me of the situation. I joined Lord Hien here shortly thereafter. How did you fare at Yuzuka Manor? Any sign of our missing guest? Towards Namai? By the Kami! If the villagers recognize her, it will not end well. We must hurry. Yugiri and I will check the paddies. The village square is yours.
Greetings. Might I have one of your... Wait! Please! I only wanted a persimmon.
Ah, she just wants a persimmon. Aw. She came all this way.
Kami, save us! Her spirit has returned!
Welp.
She's back from the dead to seek her revenge!
Now what do we do?
It can't be. She couldn't have survived. What did I... What did I do? As if you don't know!
Good people of Namai, be at ease, I pray you. You have naught to fear.
My lord, forgive me, but what is that monster doing here? They told us she was dead.
I too was surprised to learn of her survival. More even than you, I would hazard. 'Twas I who cut her down, I who left her to her fate. But it would seem the Kami had other plans. By some miracle, both she and Gosetsu were spared when the keep collapsed, though Yotsuyu's preservation came at the cost of her memory.
You're saying she's forgotten? Forgotten everything she's done?
Lies! Lies, my lord! She would say anything to escape punishment!
What does it matter? We have not forgotten her crimes, and we demand justice! I beg of you, Lord Hien, draw your blade and rid us of this canker!
What I saw then, it's all true. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're sorry? And what? We're supposed to forgive you?
Here, there's no need to cry. Can't you see how scared she is? How can you be scared of her? She's not the same.
Until such time as her memories return, this woman shall be known as Tsuyu, and treated as a citizen of Doma. I will, however, see that she is watched at all times. Rest assured that there will be no more unannounced visits to the village. As your lord, I ask that you leave her fate in my hands, and suffer her to live, for now.
Please, Issei.
All right. I'll keep my peace. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
Well, jeez. Pancakes. We'll get some money for the dome and reconstruction. You before 4.3. Man, Yotsuyu was an unrepentantly awful villain. Can't imagine what it would take to make you feel sorry for her. Gotta be more than just tragic backstory. Riders on 4.3. You are. Yeah. Jeez. Oh. All of this over a persimmon. I failed to consider how she might endanger herself. Knowing she has the mind of a child, I should have continued my vigilance, not relaxed it. I don't know why everyone is so angry, but I got the fruit Gosetsu wanted. I hope he likes it. I can't forget what that woman did to us, but I won't do anything to upset Azami. I'm not scared of her. Not anymore. Her memory's coming back bit by bit is kind of scary though. Fruits of her labour. Hien's face is a picture of relief. Oh, that would have been better avoided, but at least it did not end in bloodshed, and judging by Tsuyu's reaction, she remains oblivious to the events of her former life. This was no escape attempt. Nay, it seems it was an offhand request of Gosetsu's which brought her to Namai. She came in search of a persimmon. Ha! And they say fruit is good for the health. I do hope Gosetsu finds the taste to his liking. Well, we have certainly taken the long way around, but let us continue on to Castrum Fluminus and our meeting with the ambassador. Alphino and Alizé should still be there, conducting their search. Bum. There. Also, during that cutscene, Cleo came up and begged for food. But the alarm hasn't gone off yet, so you can't have food. The big counter is up to 72. Nice. Hello. Ominous music. I was sure Tsuyu had fled, but it seems her memory hasn't returned after all. How foolish of me not to consider Gosetsu's craving for seasonal fruit. The Imperial airship has arrived. Whether our conscripts are aboard remains to be seen. Lord Hien informed us of the uproar at Namai. Thank the 12 you found Tsuyu when you did. I dare not think what might have happened had you not. Do we have to stay here long? He'll be waiting for his fruit. It seems our Imperial guests have already arrived. 'Tis time to meet with the ambassador. We have to. I don't like him. He sucks. Alright.
What a pleasure it is to see you once more, Lord Hien. Not to mention my dear sister.
A pleasure to see you too, Ambassador. Forgive us our late arrival. You have our people aboard the airship?
Exactly as agreed. We would leave you in no doubt as to the purity of our intentions. I dare say it was the self-same spirit of cooperation which prompted you to bring Tsuyu here today.
Indeed. Before excluding her from the exchange, I thought it only fair that you see her condition for yourself. Physically, she is in fine health, but her mind is unchanged.
Hello. Leo's meowing for food. You know how this works. The cat alarm goes off, then you get fed. No alarm. Sorry.
So I see. But all need not necessarily be lost. In anticipation of this tragic turn of events, I took the liberty of inviting some special guests.
Uh-oh. There's no way this is good.
Ah, Tsuyu. You look well.
Someone to jog her memory? They her parents that sold her off?
Of all the people.
This guy's a scumbag.
Is something wrong, dear sister? These are our beloved parents. Does not the sight of them bring back sweet childhood memories?
Gosetsu. I have to take this to Gosetsu.
It would seem my little surprise was not sufficient. You needn't glare at me so, Lord Hien. I merely did what any loving son would do for his family. Lest you doubt, I am content to leave the Acting Viceroy in your care. Pray, treat her as you would any daughter of Dorma. Do not grow too fond of this place, dear sister. You will come back to us ere long.
We continue with the exchange as planned then.
Very good. The structure across the river should serve our needs. We shall await you there with the conscripts. If you would bring your captives.
Agreed. Until then, Ambassador.
Can't wait to kill him. Legit don't think you hate any villain in this game as much as him. Yeah. Oh, what a scumbag. Oh. I knew better than to trust Asahi, but that was a dirty trick. Still, unpleasant as it was, we have at least put the matter of Tsuyu's future to rest. I have sent her back to the Enclave with Yugiri to give Gosetsu his precious specimen. Come, let us follow them. You have that look, Alphino. What is it? Oh, nothing of consequence, most like. We can discuss it upon our return. Do-do-do. I suppose Tsuyu is to become an official Doman citizen. But what then? Will they keep her hidden here forever? Or might she one day be allowed to walk amongst her countrymen? So, it would seem there will be one less prisoner at the exchange. I only hope Yotsuyu's presence here will not present further problems. We should pay a visit to Gosetsu and reassure him about Tsuyu's fate. He will want to know that the Empire has finally relinquished its claim on her.
Gosetsu, are you awake?
My lord, come in, come in. When Tsuyu returned, her eyes were red from weeping. She spoke not a word, simply sat and peeled some fruit she'd brought for me. She then claimed weariness and retired to her chamber. Tell me, what happened to upset her so?
The ambassador arranged a surprise reunion with her foster parents. A misguided attempt to restore Yotsuyu to her senses. It was plain their presence caused her great distress, but she seemed otherwise unaffected.
Yotsuyu was mistreated as a child, was she not? It was a cruel trick to use her tormentors like that, knowing the pain it could cause.
I like this Asahi less and less.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Be that as it may, he has agreed to allow Yotsuyu to remain with us in Doma. Our primary concern now is to hand over the prisoners without incident and bring our people safely home.
There was one other detail at the meeting which caught my attention.
The mirror?
I assume you all noticed the rather suspect crates within the castrum. The Imperials were quick to retrieve them afterwards, but I wonder...
Out with it, brother. You fear they might contain bombs or war machines?
If the ambassador wanted me dead, he has had ample opportunity. No, assassination is not his intent, but we should be on our guard for other acts of treachery.
My lord! Forgive me, but the Lady Yotsuyu, she's gone!
Didn't we just agree to keep an eye on her?
Gone?
I beg your pardons, my lords. I was certain she'd fallen asleep.
Okay, you were supposed to keep an eye on her.
No, the responsibility is mine. 'Twas I who gave her a room instead of a cell. She may simply have wandered outside. We will organize search parties.
How does this keep happening? Yes. Oh.
Might I call upon your assistance?
Fine, you're hopeless. put a little tracking collar on her or something.
Help! Help!
Oh, jeez.
Help! Help me!
If only I hadn't remembered. He should hate me.
How long has she been carrying that?
But I will not suffer his kindness. Not after what I did to him.
Will she steal that just then?
Who's there?
Oh, it's you. What are you doing out here in the dark?
This is the Enclave, is it? When the soldiers dragged us back to Doma, you were the last person I expected to see.
You're the bane of our existence, Tsuyu. A font of misery. You couldn't even do us the simple courtesy of dying, could you? Oh, no. You had to live and taint us with the shame of your failure. We had a perfect life in the capital, and now they're making us wallow in this muddy ruin like common swine. I don't deserve this.
Scumbags.
Now, dear, that'll do. There seems little point in berating the girl when she scarcely remembers her own name. Our time would be better spent contemplating how we're to survive this unhappy predicament. You've kept your looks at least. I suspect you'd fetch a handsome price with the right buyer. Maybe enough to get us to Kugane and start a new business.
Ah, my beloved parents. No sooner do I wake from gentle slumber than the world returns in all its cruelty. Yes, this is how it always was. How it was meant to be. Very well. If I cannot escape my nature, then I shall embrace it. To the very depths I have sunk, my soul steeped in spite and rotten to the core. The self-righteous hide behind justice, but I need no such mask. Father, Mother, was it not you who made me into this monster? Who taught me the truth of this miserable world? For years I knew naught but the taste of pain and humiliation. But the time has come to savor my vengeance against Doma. Against all my enemies. And it begins with you!
Yotsuyu!
What?
And it's Asahi. Because he wanted this to happen. Stab him too, please.
Well done, dear sister. Did I not say you would come back to us?
Brother dearest, what a surprise. You always were a cold-blooded little worm. I doubt you thought twice about sending our parents to their deaths.
Your dagger yet drips with their blood, and you presume to judge me? To be frank, I didn't think you had the strength to slay them so cleanly. A single thrust each. I'm impressed. But surely you can't be satisfied with murdering a pair of doddering elders. You yearn for a deeper vengeance, and the power to see it through.
Bloody mirror again. Mm-mm.
Please. I don't want to die.
Any sign of her?
Yeah.
What happened here? I knew what would happen if she recovered. And still, I did nothing. You say she left with her brother? Whatever he wants with her, he was willing to pay for it with his parents' lives. But this is neither the time nor the place. We must gather the others.
Well. Literally everyone in her life was an awful person. Yep. Tsuyu was a victim and abused, became an abuser. Because it was the only way she was allowed to see the world. You can hate her, but feeling pity for her is just as valid. And you can do both, you know? You can... Yeah, I pity what happened to her. And I hate her for what she's done. Wow. Alright, well, the cat alarm went off during that little cutscene. Hello, sweetie. Did you want dinner? Cleo cares not for tragic backstory, yup. No, she's just waiting. Alright, I'm gonna go feed her and go for about a 10-minute break. Bum, 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 bum. Idling camera. And I shall be back. Right, I'm back. Hello, I'm back. Ooh. The mirror, along with the sword Yotsuyu gave Xenos, is a reference to the 4 sacred treasures of the Japanese imperial family. Ah. Or 3, rather. Oh, that's cool. Thanks, Tag. Alright. Well, Yotsuyu killed her foster parents, who were abusive pieces of crap, so I don't really feel bad for them, but, what's Yotsuyu gonna do now? Oof. Seems like she's gone back to being Yotsuyu. So Asahi got his way in the end, and at an unspeakable price. He really is a vile little worm, isn't he? Yotsuyu hid her recovery well. I had no inkling that her memory had returned. I keep asking myself when it could have happened. At the meeting with her parents, perhaps? But then why would she... Nay, there is naught to be gained from such conjecture. So Yotsuyu has returned to the bosom of the Empire after all. I cannot say I am surprised, but what I struggle to fathom is Asahi's aim in all of this. We have recovered the Nurse's remains, and will hold the cremation anon. Would that they had never again set foot in Doma. I broke the news to Gosetsu myself. He was... quiet. I think it best that he be allowed some time alone with his thoughts. Bum, bum, bum. Conscripts and contingencies. Lord Heian seems keen to take stock of the situation. So, my friends, that which we feared has come to pass. Yotsuyu has regained her memory and returned to the Imperial fold. It is, by any measure, a cruel twist, not least for Gosetsu, but one which does not invalidate our agreement. According to the terms of the contract, we were bound to surrender Yotsuyu into the Guardian's hands should her condition improve, prior to the hour of the exchange. By that reckoning, all is, if not as it should be, then as it must be. This I can accept. But what I cannot accept are the unconscionable lengths to which Asahi went to achieve this outcome. Given his recent conduct, and his apparent admiration for Xenos, it is plain he cannot be trusted. Yeah. And that is to say nothing of the unexplained containers he insists on bringing to our meetings. Whatever the ambassador is planning, I think it unlikely our negotiations will end peacefully. In the event of hostilities, the safety of the conscripts must be our first concern. As such, I would have an escape route in place before the meeting begins. A wise precaution. If the main structure of Castrum Fluminous is to be the stage for the exchange, then I believe a thorough inspection is in order. The citadel has stood empty ever since the Imperial withdrawal. While we took steps to ensure that it could not be defended by an occupying force, it is entirely possible that the ambassador has arranged things there to his advantage. I will slip inside, and make certain we have an unobstructed exit. Pray allow me to join you. I have some experience of Imperial facilities, and should matters take a turn for the worse, I would hope to be of at least some use. Very good. That should be enough to guarantee us a way out of the castrum. Beyond that, however, we will need a ship to ferry the conscripts back to the Enclave. Even with every skiff we have, it would take several trips to evacuate everyone. A Confederate Sekibune, on the other hand, would require only a single run, and leave us far less vulnerable on the water. Assuming, of course, Rasho can be convinced to part with one. Might I take the lead on this? I've had dealings with Russia and his pirates before. And I won't be alone, will I, Mo-chan? Oh, you want me to come along? Okay, sure. You can count on me. Yeah. What's my approval? Much appreciated. I quite fancy parleying with pirates again. It's just a shame Lise won't be there to reprise her role. I'm certain you would make a persuasive pair, but I think I will accompany you to these negotiations all the same. My lord, the ruler of Doma should not be seen consorting with common brigands. Come now, you giddy. They stood with us against the Empire. If we would ask their aid once more, we must treat with them as equals. My presence shall serve to demonstrate our sincerity. Indeed, my lord. Pray forgive my presumption. By your leave, Master Alphino and I shall be about our task. Have fun. And we should be on our way to Onokodo. Time is short, and Russia may take some convincing. Love how everyone compares Asahi to a worm. Yes. Bum, ba-da-bum. As a former soldier of the Empire, I have been chosen to oversee the handover of our Imperial prisoners. Whilst I am so occupied, I must ask that you provide steadfast support for Lord Hien. Will do. Hello again. In my mind, Tsuyu is deserving of only one fate. Memory loss be damned. And if you don't have the stones for it, we would be happy to take on the burden. It'll be over, nice and swift. Well, too late for that. Now there is a face I did not expect to see. What brings the noble Lord of Doma into the company of bilge rats such as us? If you've come to offer Doman chains in place of Garlean ones, then I'm afraid you've wasted a trip. And what fine subjects you would make. With your fleet at our disposal, our restoration efforts would be hastened tenfold. But let us speak seriously. I stand before you not to demand your fealty, but to request your aid once more. Mayhap you are confused. Doma's liberation was but a means to an end. We aided you only to save ourselves. Now we have no such incentive. We have sworn no oath to you, and will not come running like hounds at their master's whistle. And I would not presume to treat you thus. I come to petition your cooperation as an ally of equal standing. Equal standing, you say? Seems a bit lopsided to me. Where's the profit for us in all of this? Profit? Must you always think in such short-sighted terms? Have you ever heard of doing the right thing? Have you ever heard of pirates, little miss? You'll find we're simple souls. You pay our tithe, you sail in peace. Deny us our due and we take it by force. We'll pull you out of the water if we see you drowning, but we are not in the business of doing something for nothing. Calm yourself, Mistress Alizé. We did not come here to moralize. We came here to talk, and there is more to be said. According to records recovered after the liberation, relatives of your Doman-born brethren were among those conscripted into the Imperial Army. And as you may be aware, we recently negotiated the return of said conscripts. Many, alas, will arrive to find no families waiting for them, no homes to grant them shelter. I would ask that you offer them a place in the Confederacy. You would not be rescuing strangers, but welcoming brothers and sisters into your ranks. And has not the Confederacy been in need of new recruits? You seem well informed of our affairs, Lord Ian. The losses we suffered at the Guardians' hands are no secret, but since we drove them out of Doma, the Ruby Sea has come alive with traders and travellers. So many vessels to tax, so few pirates to tax them. We could do with some more hands on deck, and doubly so if they're familiar with the inner workings of the Empire. Very well. The Confederacy agrees to your request. You will have your ship. But before that, you must do something for me. The vessel I have in mind was damaged during your battle with the Empire. Though we have mended her, she has yet to be declared seaworthy. She is sound enough down below, but when you load her up with conscripts and the waterline rises, those upper planks had best be free of cracks. Assuming you want your people to stay dry, you will do me the favour of swimming around the hull to check for weaknesses. That is, if Doman lords are not averse to getting their robes wet. Not this Doman lord. If we each inspect a third of the ship, it shall be done in a trice. That is the spirit. The ship is moored at Quickscape Pier. Our apprentice shipwright will be on deck to hear your report. Look for a lad named Ihanashi. And I thought I had a knack for parleying with pirates. For the record, my previous attempt was an unmitigated success, and yes, I should have quit while I was ahead. Well, well. I thought the rumours exaggerated, but the young lord lives up to his reputation. I don't know anything about ships, but I guess I'll inspect the hull. So Tsuyu found her way back to the Imperials, did she? I did warn you about being merciful. The Sekibuno is moored at Quickscape Pier. Speak with Ihanashi when you'll finish your swim. Oh, that volcano looks so cool from back here. Oh, it's the one up here, okay. Hello. I've come to inspect the ship. Ihanashi? Ah, that's me. The captain said someone will be coming to inspect the hull. You haven't finished already, have you? Eh. Alizé! How you doing? For once, I'm actually glad Yugiri isn't here. I doubt she would have taken kindly to a pirate inviting Hien to inspect his hull. That sounds questionable when you put it like that. The water is so invigorating. I have not swum in the Ruby Sea since. Ah, but I should be concentrating on the task at hand. Suspicious plank. No signs of damage. Okay, that's good. Upon closer inspection, you spot a small crack in one of the planks. Uh-oh. That's not good. There's a crack. Fix it. Aye, I'm the shipwright. Apprentice shipwright. Did you find anything that might need attention? The section I inspected seemed solid enough. On the port side, near the bow, you say? Alright, I'll have a look and see what I can do. My apologies, I seem to have lagged behind. I could float in that gentle sea all day. Otherwise, I am happy to report no visible cracking or holes in my section of the hull. You're Lord Heian. The captain sent you to inspect the hull? Kami have mercy. Forgive us this discourtesy, my lord. Ha, 'tis quite all right. In fact, I rather enjoyed it. I take it you are of Doma? Yes, my lord. The Imperials took my father away after the uprising, and I had nowhere else to turn. The Confederacy became my family. But someone told me they're releasing the conscripts now. Maybe my father will be among them. Not that I can go back. There's no leaving once you've joined. Okay, this is a sad story and all, but I love your little cat necklace thing. It's very cute. Anyway. How fares our lady? Is she seaworthy? Captain, we've found a small crack in the port side, but I'll have it fixed before you know it. I see you have met the boy. Did he tell you his story? He babbles when he's nervous. Should his father be among the conscripts, as he hopes, I mean to give him the choice to leave this life. If he so chooses, I expect you to see they are provided for. Aw, that's sweet. I have heard that those who join the Confederacy forswear all ties with kin and homeland. Is that oath so easily put aside? If I allow it. I see in him the lad I was 25 years ago. You say the words, you mean them, but the yearning for home still lingers. My family is long dead, and I know this life is my lot, but he has scarce dipped his toes with us. If there is a life for him in Doma, he should have the chance to live it. Oh, that's sweet. Well said. The Empire's conquest has uprooted many and more. Be it in Yangsha or out on the Ruby Sea, we have a duty to ensure that Ihanashi and others like him are free to dwell where they desire. Then the matter is settled. I'll make preparations to cast off. Well, my friends, it seems we have our ship. Let us return to the Enclave. Alright, we got a boat. Now all that's left is to meet with the ambassador, who definitely won't do anything bad. This will be fine. Back in here? Yep. Let's see how Ugiri and Alfie went. Hello. Lord Heian is expecting you. May I show you in? Yes, please. Alphino tells me they had little trouble finding a suitable route out of the castrum, but he won't say much more than that. If I didn't know better, I'd think he was hiding something, though I can't imagine what. We found the castrum's tower unoccupied and betraying no signs of recent activity. Only shadows and echoes awaited us there. Alphino seemed oddly reluctant to linger, but I saw naught to concern us. The castrum was deserted, quite deserted. 'Twas a simple matter to plot the surest path out, and hence our swiftness. Did you see someone there, Alfie? You gotta tell me, okay? Or you're grounded. It seems Ugiri and Alphino completed their task before us. They have been waiting. We scouted the structure and determined the swiftest path to safety. In the event of hostilities, we will lead the conscripts outside with all possible haste. From there, the Confederacy has pledged a ship to ferry us across the One River. Now we have but to attend the exchange, and pray to the Kami these precautions were unnecessary. The primary agreement. Oh god. This is going to be a big one. It's got a picture. Ian is ready to proceed with the prisoner exchange. While we were putting our contingency plans in place, I left Hakuro in charge of organising transport for the Imperial prisoners. He will see that they arrive at the appointed hour, leaving us free to rendezvous with our Confederate allies. Come, they await us on the riverbank not far from the castrum. Just admiring this rug. It's quite nice. I really like the patterns. Oh. Oh, where are we going? Over there. Okay. Oh yeah, I haven't done my Doman turn-ins for the week. I have to remember to do that tonight. Does this take us straight out? I forget. Yeah, it does. Nice. Handy. Here's our little crew. Would that we had some hint as to the ambassador's intentions. Had we not prepared for the worst, I should be wary of going through with this at all. No matter what Asahi throws at us, we cannot let that monster have his way. My only concern is the safe return of our people. That is what my lord wishes, and that is what shall be done. The tower rather spoils the view across the river, does it not? I concede, we might perhaps have chosen a less ominous place to conduct the exchange. Yeah, I'm not really sure about this place. Do not worry about the ship. It will be where it needs to be, and with Tsuyu at the helm. Your party is assembled, then? Aye, and ready for what lies ahead, I trust. Lest there be any confusion, though. The tower across the water is to be the scene of the exchange. That, and whatever else Asahi has planned. But regardless of the ambassador's intentions, we will bring our people home. Ugiri, you are to evacuate the conscripts at the first sign of trouble. Yes, my lord. We, meanwhile, shall cover their escape, and lend what support we can. Your ship awaits you at the Castrum's loading docks. She will see you safely home. Then all stand ready to play their part. Come, Let us be about it. Hey, Yuro-chan. Forget which part of the MSQ is before Shadowbringers. It goes up to 4.5 something. 4.55? We've still got a little bit to go. Oh, this music is too tense.
At last, the hour has come. The conclusion to these negotiations will mark a new beginning for Dorma and the Empire. A first step on the road to peaceful coexistence.
Indeed. We are ready to proceed with the exchange when you are. Forgive my curiosity, Ambassador, but is there a purpose to these containers you bring with you?
Yeah, these are sus as all hell.
Oh, the supply crates. They are filled with materials we hoped might be of use in Dorma's restoration. I meant to gift them to you at our last meeting, but we had so much else to discuss.
How very generous. I confess I had not expected such compassion, welcome though it is.
I like how he's playing along with it, but like he knows it's total bullshit.
But then I was also surprised by the news that one of our captives had delivered herself into your custody ahead of time. A minor discrepancy I shall overlook in the spirit of the occasion.
Are you perhaps referring to me, Lord Hien?
Hi. Oh, back in her outfit.
Yotsuyu.
Orphan of the Naori, widow of Sashihai.
Hey, Nora. Welcome.
And Acting Viceroy of Dorma. You and your people are mine to govern. Mine to punish.
Well, well. It would seem your shattered mind is mended. As per our agreement with the Ambassador, you are free to return with him to the Empire. Your authority as Acting Viceroy, however, is no longer recognized here.
My position is not for you to decide, little lordling. All who resist the rule of the Empire must be purged. Such was the order given to me by Lord Xenos himself. I will reign here in this putrid, pestilent swamp until the last of you has been broken. This land shall know no dawn. I will spew forth darkness and drown all in eternal night. And high above you I shall shine, uncaring, cold and distant as the moon!
Okay. Oh, okay. Crystals. Are you summoning something?
What has she done?
That I did not see coming.
Oh gods, this is a summoning.
Shoot her! Shoot her! Too late. You got powers now. That's cool.
A Dorman citizen has called forth an icon in direct violation of our primary agreement. The negotiations have failed. Abandon the captives and make preparations to withdraw.
Oh, I hate this guy. Oh. Moon's haunted. Another problem to fight. Let's go! Yes!
But Ambassador!
Disobey me, Highness, and you disobey the Emperor. Make preparations to withdraw! Now!
As you command.
This music's good.
My lord, you must fall back!
You should too, because she can temper you. Get out of here.
You ask me to run?
Leave this to me, yeah.
Against such a foe, I would be more hindrance than help. The field is yours. We will withdraw, but not without our countrymen. I want every soul accounted for. Every soul!
My lord.
I knew you would not flee. I see now the strength which flows from that baleful light of yours.
Oh, I didn't notice she has like a duality thing going on. That's cool.
But I have become Tsukuyomi, goddess of the moon and divinity of night. What power can compare to such celestial majesty?
Tsukuyomi.
I shall plunge all I despise into darkness. And within that black abyss, even your light shall flicker and fail. Come, let us cast the stalks and look upon the fate of Dorman. I see a future in which the sun sets on this wretched land. Once and for all!
Ooh. Castrum Fluminous. Leave this to me and 7 of my friends. Yep. Drops a blue spell called Night Bloom. Ooh. Tsukuyomi was male, brother of Amaterasu, goddess of the sun. He's often depicted as female for some reason though. Interesting. Well. A Kojin relic, a hidden trove of crystals. Through these tools of ritual summoning, the restored Yotsuyu is reborn as Tsukuyomi, divinity of night and lady of the moon. This being of celestial majesty would rule from on high and drown the lands of Doma in eternal darkness. Will your light shield Hien and his people, or will it flicker and fail before the encroaching abyss? What a jerk. Make sure my glamour's working properly. Yep, excellent. Yeah, this music's good. Alright, invite for counting. Hey freak, welcome. You see I'm busy fighting the space bunny, yes. Would you like to come along, Mia? Your sub's out for the moment, no worries. Yep, sweet. Chuck you an invite. And I should look at my little guide, shouldn't I? Dungeon guide. Castrum Fluminous, was that? Yep, that's the one. Alright, so Tank Buster. Fans. Like Shiva circles, alright. Tanks have to do things. Not me though, I'm a healer. Stack marker. Stay in the stack till it's finished, okay. Moon phase. Switch sides before the moon fills up. Alright. Stand in open spots around the orbs. Fans. Now with stack markers and giant conal attacks. Dodge or stack as appropriate. Okay, that sounds like fun. Alright, was there anyone else who wanted to come before I queue up? I should turn on the XP. Yeah, XP buff. Mind Crystal, yeah. Hey, Hero, down for a Tsukuyomi fight? Nice. I'm going as White Maid. Oh, you're asking me, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm on Crystal Diabolos. You can join, you love this fight? Nice. Excellent. Alright. Hero-chan, you are Hero, okay. Chuck you an invite. And do I have you on my friends list yet, Madrick? I forget. Just enjoying this music. Drasko Zalash. Cool. Drasko Zalash. Magic. Okay. Yeah, I keep a little notepad list of who everyone is. Fair warning, you've been cat debuffed. Cat debuffed. Very good. That's good. Search. Just let me know when you're on Diabolos, and I should be able to find you with the search. Oh, actually, are you in Catsworth Discord? Chat? No. Remember to scream blood for the blood lily when it's full. Yeah, I don't have that yet. That's level 74. I'm close though. I'm close. Looking forward to it. Nice, there you are. Oops. Then friend request. Nice. And invite. Marlborough. Nice. Alright. We got 5 people. That's cool. Yeah, this is level 70 capped, so can't use Blood Lily anyway. Might be leaving your current FC. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, mine's just a very small group of us, so mine's not very active. Yeah, it's just me. Some people who came over from WoW with me, but who aren't really playing at the moment. They're waiting for the Aussie servers, and some people from my chat. Okay, are we ready to go? Red check. Nice. Fluminous. Gonna eat some eggs for the XP bonus. Egg. Delicious. Yours is mostly inactive, and you caught a few unsavory things in the group Discord. Ugh. Sorry to hear that. Ugh. Here we go. Her pipe is huge. I'm glad she kept the pipe. That's funny. Boy. Moonlight. That makes sense.
It's going to be a long night.
Thanks to Tank Buster. Dashiki Asobi. Fans. Ah, yep, these are the things. Oh. Wow. Having to dodge that at the same time is kind of rude. Oh. Well. I don't know. I'll heal up everyone else first. Just a puff or two before we go on. Alright. Sure, lady. Ads. Enough of that. I wouldn't want the pain to grow familiar. Ugh. Ooh. Why does it fade away? I don't know, you tell me. This is my first time. It feeds on my spite, on my suffering. Ooh. Come forth, shades of the dead. Curse my name. Strike my body. Fill my soul with blackest malice. Oh, spectres of... Ugh. My dearest parents, I was the bane of your existence unto the very end. Spectre of the Empire, Spectre of the Homeland. These are cool. Spectre of Asahi. Fight like your life depends on it, dear sister. You wouldn't want to disappoint me. If it isn't the cold-blooded little worm, always crawling through my rotten heart. Oh, there's Xenos. You have come to deliver judgment for my failure. Cut me down, then. Surely it is a simple task. Gosetsu! Hey! Gosetsu's here. The Spectre of Gosetsu. You must survive, Tsuyu. The Kami spared us, and we cannot repay that boon in death. Ah, this is cool. Perhaps, but it is too late for me. There can be no redemption. A night bloom shall flower here upon the sight of my demise. Hi. Ooh, cool arena. Alright, so this is the thing I have to swap sides occasionally. It's not done. 2, 3, swap sides. Ooh, some people have Doom. Oh, that's a cleave. Rip. Sorry, I have to interrupt that. Oh. Thank you.
Diffuse with night, I shall prevail.
Midnight Haze, okay. Got ads now. Need to swap sides. Oh, well, once this is done. And swap. Okay. I'm not targeting anything. Nearly have swift cast. Alright, now I'll raise that person. I think that person's not swapping sides. I think that's why they're dying. Yee.
I'll grind you under my heel.
This is very cool. Fans again. Go to that one. We did it! That was a cool fight. He's back. Her hair's white? Wait, what? Her hair changed colour. was cool. That was cool. Bum, ba, bum. That was cool. Nice. Yeah, I hope the cross-server stuff comes along soon. Yeah, that's a good fight. Thank you, everyone. That was cool. Why is your hair white? Oh. Oh. Yep. Of course it was him. Can I kill this guy now?
You really must learn to finish the job.
Can I just kill him?
'Tis true that a gaudy mirror and a handful of crystals make for a feeble summoning. But even the weakest icon is a god of sorts. A threat that must be put down. My, such hostility! These beings are the sworn enemies of the Empire. I merely did my duty as an Imperial officer. Will you surrender to anger then? Slay an anointed emissary to avenge a fallen foe?
Like, this was clearly a setup to destroy any chance of peace with making her summon a primal, so like I don't think him being an emissary of peace, I should just kill him.
You cannot, of course. To do so would burn the bridges we have labored so hard to build.
Like, this was all just a setup. These aren't real bridges of peace.
But I'm forgetting. They're already ash.
Yeah, exactly.
This Dorman woman has seen to that. The Empire cannot ally itself with any nation that refuses to renounce summoning. I believe I was most clear on that point. It should have been mine. The power he bestowed upon her. I should have been the one to govern Dorma. I would have repaid his faith. No one alive loves him more than I! Instead, this harlot betrayed his trust. Useless piece of filth! Worthless whore!
Oh, it wasn't even me.
Thank you, dear brother, for this precious gift. Vengeance.
Got him in the end, did she?
These people, our people, they ignore the corruption which festers beneath the surface. Cast aside that which is dirty and broken. Speak not of things which would disrupt their dreary little lives. Like you, Asahi, always pretending not to see. You were the first. The first I swore to kill. Such bliss. I had thought my hunger insatiable. But now I am satisfied. You should feel honored, dear brother. I saved the last of my strength, just for you.
Well, don't have to worry about him anymore, I guess.
What's the matter? The Witch of Doma will soon be dead.
Gosetsu will mourn you. Tsuyu deserved a kinder fate. Yeah, Gosetsu will mourn you.
He will mourn Tsuyu, perhaps. I wonder, was the fruit as sweet as he remembered?
He's still obsessing over Xenos.
Lord Xenos. I am at your disposal.
Asahi, you were born of Doma, yes?
Yes, my lord. I am honored that you would remember me. How may I serve?
You are hereby appointed Ambassador Plenipotentiary, and empowered to speak with the voice of the Emperor. Return to your native land of Doma, and announce your intention to sue for peace.
For peace?
Once negotiations are underway, you are to locate the Acting Viceroy.
She lives? That is to say, I will, my lord.
When you have found her, you will initiate a ritual to call forth an icon. I will instruct you in the necessary steps. Yotsuyu's faith is unreliable, but as a child raised to believe in the Kami, she will serve as a vessel for one of the Kojin's gods. She need only wish it to be so. The power will seem a gift, but the Icon's essence will consume her. She will be no more than a husk, a slave to whim and desire.
My lord, ever since the day you saw fit to save my miserable life, I have dreamed of repaying your benevolence. Upon my honor, I swear to devote myself wholly to your service. All that you command will be done, no matter the cost. But I fear the subtleties of your plan yet elude me. From the reports I have heard, the champion who aids the Doman resistance would make short work of a single icon.
The Icon is merely a message. The pacifist teachings of the Populares spread through this city like a plague. And I would remind the people of the threat we face. You will be my chosen agent. The hand which tolls the warning bell. The salvation of this world will not be won through the signing of treaties.
Your chosen agent.
Oh, you got bad taste in men, Asahi.
I will not fail you, my lord.
Jeez. Oh, that's actually a spoiler, Freak. I actually don't know what that is yet.
My master, Lord Xenos, he will come for you.
Obsessed.
You have prevailed, I see.
She is gone. Wherefore did the Kami spare us, only to inflict this pain?
Oh. I want to hug him.
Death shall not want for company this day. You spared us a worse disaster, but I fear our fledgling peace with the Empire was beyond saving.
I mean, it was not going to happen anyway. It was sabotage from the start by the Empire.
Lord Hien!
Scary music.
Maxima, is it not? I assumed you long fled.
I entertain thoughts of escape even now. But our negotiations have yet to reach a satisfying conclusion. The ambassador insisted that the summoning spelled an end to our mission here. But it seemed to me there was more to the tale.
It's a revision of Asahi's past. Xenos was behind this plot.
I have heard tell of this power you wield. And in your vision, you witnessed Lord Xenos giving these orders.
And how can that be? Xenos is dead. He took his own life after the battle in Alamigo. I saw his body with my own eyes.
Forgive me, but Lord Xenos is very much alive. He granted our party an audience prior to our departure. That he was gravely wounded is certain, but his recovery appeared to be proceeding apace.
This Maxima dude's pretty interesting.
I'm afraid I share Lord Hien's confusion. The man's death was confirmed and his remains interred. These are matters of public record.
I have no doubt you believe what you say. But what then is the explanation? That an impostor has infiltrated the innermost circle of the Imperial Court? The idea is inconceivable, absurd. But worthy of investigation nonetheless. Our movement can ill afford to have a highly placed pretender undermining our efforts.
Does he actually want peace with us?
Your efforts may yet bear fruit. Tell me, what is to become of our prisoner exchange? Though we have already taken custody of our conscripts, we have yet to release your Imperial comrades. Do you still intend to collect them?
Yes. As the late Ambassador's second-in-command, it falls to me to speak on the Empire's behalf. And I'm happy to confirm our intent to proceed according to the original agreement.
Then let us be about it. 'Twould be a pity to abandon such a promising beginning.
Indeed. You have my thanks, Lord Hien. As soon as our people are secure aboard our airship, we shall depart straightways for Garlemald.
Tread lightly, Pilus. I sense treachery awaits you there.
Might I accompany you to the capital?
Excuse me?
Alphino, have you gone mad?
Imposter or no, if Xenos was instructing Asahi on the finer points of ritual summoning, then experience tells us there is an Asian waiting in the wings.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Xenos shouldn't have known about...
Without our knowledge and expertise, our new friends will be hard-pressed to contend with a foe for whom death is but a minor inconvenience. They need our help.
Were you indeed willing to share your knowledge of this enemy, we would not shun your counsel.
You truly mean to do this? In full knowledge of the danger?
I have seen the Warrior of Light risk her life on countless occasions. Next to her, I'm scarce more than a distraction on the battlefield.
Oh.
But in the meeting room or the audience chamber, there I can make a difference. I can strike bargains, forge ties, and change minds. And where better to do these things than in the home of our old enemy?
Oh, he's all grown up. This is your moment. I believe in you, Alfie. I believe.
Tis not for me to stop you, but I would have you consider an alternative arrangement. Rather than braving the Empire as a simple traveler, go forth as an emissary of Doma. Such a position should offer you some measure of protection.
That's a good idea.
Go then. You've obviously made up your mind. Just try not to do anything reckless, all right?
I shall be on my best behavior. Farewell, my friends.
Wow. Did not expect that. Good luck, Alfie. Make a list of everyone who wrongs you. And I will sort them out. Damn, that was cool. Alright, sorry, I'm going to catch up on chat now. There are no words for the noise you made when Gosetsu dashed in the first time you did that fight. Yeah, oh, that was so cool. Seeing that kind of that inner insight. Nobody knows when, but at some recent point they changed Asahi's voice clips in that scene. He used to sound a lot calmer. The updated clips have him losing his shit a lot more. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, Asahi really deserved that, for how much he manipulated her. You missed most of that? Ah, sorry to hear that, Tag. Your title is Grandmaster Caster. Ooh, what's that from, Muro? The primal fight is absolutely suicide by Warrior of Light. Yeah. Xenos has a far more strained and gravelly voice now. When he slit his throat, he damaged his vocal cords. Oh, that's a good touch. Yeah. Ah, no worries, Freak. Yeah, I like Maxima so far. I hope he's genuine. We'll find out. Not even a full-grown giraffe and already going to the big bad empire. Elysian do have strange necks, don't they? Ah, Alphino, you impulsive fool. I thought about trying to talk him out of it, but I know what I would say if the roles were reversed. Stubbornness is something of a family trait. Gosetsu dragged himself here from his sickbed, only to be greeted by the sight of Yotsuyu's corpse. I had not the words to comfort him. Aww. But victorious music. Disband party, yes. I knew Asahi was planning some manner of treachery, but a summoning? Thank the Kami you were here, my friend. None of us would have escaped Yotsuyu's vengeance had you not intervened. She was a pawn, aye, but she still had a choice, and she chose to submit to the ambassador's plan. 'Tis little wonder Gosetsu departed in silence. I gather he left the same way he came, alone aboard a rowing boat. As for the conscripts, most made it back to the Sekibune before the battle began in earnest, but the vessel yet waits on the riverbank for those who did not flee in time. Then I suggest we put this doleful place behind us, and make for the Enclave together. 'Twould be a shame to miss the joyous reunion. You planned on playing an Elysian at first, but you couldn't get over their weird elongated necks. It's hard to unsee once you've seen it. Aww. Well, something good came out of all that.
How often have I imagined this moment? Thank you for helping it come to pass.
Aww. There's the Confederate kid. Now with the Domans again. Aww. His family. Aww. It's lovely. Gosetsu! Oh.
Gosetsu, your hair.
Did Nashu get to your hair too? Sorry about that. Nashu's on a roll.
My friend, what have you done?
An old man who cannot raise his blade has no place in the service of a young lord. Thus did I decide to devote my remaining days to pilgrimage. I will walk this land, offering prayers of repose for all the souls who left this life in suffering.
Aww.
All of them?
Safe travels, Gosetsu. Don't leave us, Gosetsu. His mind's made up. Safe travels. And you could retire and relax.
A fulsome farewell makes for an enjoyable journey.
Scarcely have we said our goodbyes to Alphino, and you leave us too. But 'tis well that my companions find their own way forward. I must endeavor to do the same.
I have faith that you will find the best path for Doma without me, my lord. Pray forgive me this last act of selfishness, and grant me your blessing.
You have earned it 1,000 times over. Go in peace, my friend. I shall make of Doma a land where children laugh and none need live in fear.
There is no better way to honor those who went before. And with that, I take my leave.
Did you enjoy the persimmon? That's important. We must know. Aww. Oh, I really like Gosetsu. Shaving the head and becoming a monk was usually what samurai did when they got too old to serve. Ah, okay. Ran into Hildy, yeah. Nothing quite like aiming for a rare fish with a crowd when a window a month in the waiting is up. Oh my god. 1 month waiting for this one fish? Jeez. You're a boring McBore. You went with a male cure. It almost makes you look like an exotic player character among all the cat boys and bunny girls on your server. Did she though? She agreed to his plan, but she knew that the Warrior of Light would beat her. She also probably knew her brother well enough to know that he'd gloat and reveal his plans, and she'd had an opportunity to kill him. In the scene where she reveals herself, she's chewing the scenery even more than usual, putting on a show. Persuade Asahi he had won. Okay, yeah, that's a good theory. I like that theory. Hey! Thank the Kami you spotted that cracked plank. That ship ended up bringing my father home. And the captain said, well, let's just say I'm not a pirate anymore. I'm going to live in Doma with my father. We're free. Oh, so sweet. Yeah, I was wondering, can you maybe see Gosetsu at various grave sites throughout the world now? Paying his respects? That would be cool. It will be far too quiet without Gosetsu around. I wonder if we'll ever see him again. Oh, speaking of reunions, have you spoken with Ihanashi? It turns out his father was among the returning conscripts. Gosetsu relinquished his duties with a grace befitting a samurai lord. I only hope that I can fill the void which he has left behind. Ah, Gosetsu. Fair journey to you, my friend. A bittersweet occasion, but there is yet ample cause to be grateful. Pray join us in the Kiankan. I would thank you properly. Not as of yet. Ah. Lord Heian is expecting you. May I show you in? Yes, please. With all of that out of the way, Doma should be able to look forward to a period of relative calm. As for us, well, we have an intriguing story to tell everyone back at the Rising Stones. Yes. Lord Heian trained under Gosetsu from the day he was old enough to hold a sword. Though he smiled through all the farewells, none will feel his absence more keenly. Aww. Our brothers and sisters are returned to us, and the dream of Doma's restoration is that much closer to being realized. It is a day that will live long in memory, and one that would never have dawned without the courageous actions of the Scions. On behalf of Doma and her people, we give you our deepest thanks. Lest you think me complacent, I assure you, I have not forgotten the dark cloud on the horizon. That Xenos lives is a source of grave concern, mayhap the gravest. Yet there is little to be done but wait for Alphino to send word. Until then, I plan to devote myself to fulfilling the promise I made to Gosetsu by building a nation in which none need live in fear. I confess, I miss him already. But the thought that he has at last found peace goes some way to softening the blow. I wonder, did you ever stop to ask yourself why he showed Yotsuyu such kindness? I believe the answer lies in past tragedy. Specifically, the death of his wife and daughter during the invasion. Though he hid it well, they were never far from his thoughts, and in Yotsuyu's childlike mien, I believe he saw not a fallen tyrant, but the little girl who was lost to him. After the loss of his family, Gosetsu devoted himself wholly to the service of his country. He suffered any hardship, strove beyond the limits of endurance, without hesitation or complaint. Though Tsuyu could never truly replace his daughter, I had hoped that with her at his side, he might live out the remainder of his days in relative contentment. Would that the Kami had been so minded. Even now, I labour to discern any meaning in Yotsuyu's fate. To deliver her from certain death, with no memory of her sins, only to leave her at the mercy of her stepbrother? Can that truly have been their will? That I cannot tell you. The will of the Kami is not for us to know. Well, she got to kill him, at least. But what I do know is that for a brief moment, a girl known as Tsuyu lived among us. And that she brought with her a whisper of respite for a grieving heart. Aww. That feels like the end of the chapter. Oh, there's more. However far his pilgrimage may have taken him, we have not seen the last of Gosetsu. Of that I am certain. Well, I hope not. Even though the piece was doomed from the beginning, her going along with the plan long enough to become Tsukuyomi did kind of put the last nail in the coffin. Yeah, they made me care about Yotsuyu. Yeah, they did a really good job with her character. Doma owes you a great debt, my friend. Thanks to you, we have everything we need to prosper. You and Alizé must promise to visit us again soon, and Alphino too, when he returns from the Empire. Know that my thoughts go with him. Under the moonlight. Alizé seems ready to bid farewell to Doma. Oh, is that, Thancred and Lys? I think it's time we were going, don't you? We've done all we can here, and we have a lot to report. But before we head back to the Rising Stones, let's call in at Rauga's Reach. We should be the ones to tell Lys about Xenos. After everything we went through together, we owe her that. You suspect she knew that with Asahi in charge of negotiations, there never was going to be peace? Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Yeah. He's not someone you put in charge of negotiations because you want them to succeed. With the departure of the General, the defense of Doma rests in my hands. And yet they do not tremble. The return of our conscripts has swelled our ranks to a most formidable number. Glad I am that I need not turn to my brother for reinforcements. Wonder if there's anyone new standing around here? That's right, I keep forgetting I can mount here. Sometimes it's hard to remember which places you can mount in and which you can't. Here's the little food quarter, which I've fully built up. Very nice. And I'm currently working on restoring the industry. Yeah, currently building up this area to make exports to sell, and this area to make local goods. Alright, let's go to Rauga's Reach. Been a while since I was here. What's that quest? Might be a crafting one. A couple vendors once you've built it up enough. One of them sells a part to build a Sadu minion. Sadu. Who was Sadu? I don't remember the name Sadu at the moment. Blue Dragon Girl. Ah, yep. From the step. Ah, that's right, yep. Cool. That's cool. I'll have to get that. They've been quiet since their treachery on the throne room, but the Kalyana are a problem we'll need to solve at some point. Melchan, Alizé, you're back. No Afino? It's good to see you, Lise. As for my headstrong brother, he's off on what will almost certainly turn out to be a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Garlemald. It's a long story, but we have evidence that Xenos might still be alive. What? But that's... If this is a joke... Gods, this had better be a joke. No, sorry. Look, I know what I saw, alright? We all saw it. And here you are saying he's alive and well and living the high life back in Garlemald? I know how ludicrous this sounds. I'm still having difficulty believing it myself. But while I might doubt the word of an Imperial envoy, I'm inclined to trust Melchan's. She saw the Crown Prince through the Echo, in a meeting that could only have taken place in the recent past. It was him. It was Xenos. Xenos is alive. It was him. No, it must have been, I don't know, some kind of really convincing imposter. Xenos is dead. He had a great big hole in his neck. We buried him. Aye, and someone went to the trouble of desecrating the bastard's grave, remember? Thul's Gilded Halls. Whatever are you talking about? Who's this? Thancred! Hello. Thancred, what brings you to the Reach? Alphino had me lending a hand at the saltery, keeping an eye on the rebuilding work and so on, just until operations were up and running. And now that they are, I thought I might look in on you before wending my weary way back to headquarters. Forgive me if I misheard, but is there some suggestion the late Crown Prince could have gotten better? If so, might I suggest a quick look inside his coffin as our first order of business? He got better. Ugh. As much as I hated the man, it doesn't feel right defiling his grave. But if it will put this rumour to rest, I suppose we have to. And when there are no curious eyes about, if we can manage it. Xenos is buried up at Bloodhoe in the locks. His grave was set apart from the others and left unmarked, so as not to upset the locals. Then it shouldn't be too hard to find. Nago, you're in charge until I get back. Well, who knew where his grave was, then? If that's the case. You'll find Xenos' grave up at Bloodhoe, the burial ground in the locks. The stone isn't marked, but it's set apart from the others, so it should be obvious enough which one you're after. Sorry, this outfit. Reminds you of Back to the Future 3. Let's go to the Alamegan Quarter. I think that's why Yugiri noted she made her choice, and that's why Gosetsu was sad. The game always does a great job of taking villains and making them interesting and even sympathetic. You missed a lot, but you got the impression she did it knowing that the Warrior of Light would take care of the summoning. Hang on, I'll just get travelling to our next destination while I read that. Oh yeah, I'll go back to Gunbreaker mode. She was getting ready to kill herself, and after seeing how many people feared and hated her, I don't think she felt like she could ever pay for that in life, so paid for it with her life. Kind of contrasts the situation with the other woman at Alamigo, where she wanted to die, but but is being made to pay for her sins by living. Ah, yep. Cordola. Huh. Yeah, that is an interesting contrast. Well, here it is. Most of the graves are grouped together, but they managed to find a lonely spot for Xenos, didn't they? Stomp all over his grave. They sucked. Kicked his butt. My money is on writhing snakes, possibly spiders. Let's prise it open and see what comes out. This is it. Gods, he'd better be in there. Someone scrawled all over the stone a while ago, but I had it scrubbed off and thought no more about it. So no one thought to check if the coffin was still occupied? Well then, we are presented with but one course of action. And we had best be sure we are not observed in the doing of it. Shall we begin? Lovely business.
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
That's an amazing line. I kind of want to make that an alert, but I don't know what I would use it for. It's just a funny line.
Well, it must be somewhere. I only hope it isn't walking around.
Uh-oh. We're supposed to not be observed. No one's keeping lookout? I take it that's the Imperial spy who dug him up. If there's no corpse, then are we to conclude the rumours are true? Not necessarily. We might still be dealing with a doppelganger of some kind. An agent could have been sent to dispose of the body in a bid to lend credence to the tale of Xenos' resurrection. More and more, however, I find myself siding with Alphino's theory of Asian possession. Speaking from experience, I can tell you they have no qualms about taking a living host, let alone a dead one. That was Alphino's theory? Okay, yep. You're saying an Asian is walking around in Xenos' body? It seems a distinct possibility. Once I have put this grave back the way we found it, I shall pay a visit to the people responsible for interring the Crown Prince. Before leaping to any conclusions, I want to know for sure if a body was ever buried here, and how certain we are that Xenos was properly dead. If he wasn't, that was some trick. He as good as cut his own head off. Anyway, Rauban needs to hear about this. If you find anything out, send word to me at Rauga's Reach. I don't know why I'm surprised. With matters settling down in Doma, we would do another crisis. Shall we make for the Rising Stones then? It's past time we share these developments with the others. Lovely. Oh, they teleported me right here. That was nice of them. And this is why you burn the bodies. Yep. One by spending channel points or bits as a sound alert. Yeah, that could work. And then people could find funny times to use it. And we've got, might have new dialogue here? No, I don't think this is new. Yeah, this is from when I finished up the Doman stuff. And they went back home. Oh, new dialogue. Though he is but half the size of my courageous brother, 'twould seem Alphino's bravery looms twice as large. Even Hori might hesitate before embarking alone into the heart of the Empire. 'Twould seem Master Alphino has placed himself squarely in the path of danger. As a fellow scion, I shall render whatever aid I can to ensure his safe return. This is still about the Domans. Okay. Interesting that some dialogue changed, but others did not. Hey Riol, how you doing? We gathered what scraps of intelligence we could, myself from within Eorzea and Alphino from his far eastern sources. But there's a limit to what a bloke can learn about the Empire from outside its borders. Still, I'd never think to invite myself aboard an Imperial bloody airship. 'Twas impulsive, reckless. You've got to admire the lad's style. While I was waiting for you to arrive, I spoke with Urianger over Link Pearl and gave him a full report. Ishtola is on her way and should be here any... Ah. Ishtola! Alize, Melchan? 'Tis good to see you safe and well. What news have you from the east? Oh, is Urianger not coming? Aw. I like weird Uncle Urianger. Shame you can't save it as a resolute in game. Oh, that'll be so good. Disturbing developments indeed. Given all that we know, I too would conclude that an Asian now inhabits Xenos' body. A doppelganger might fool the Crown Prince's subordinates, but Melchan? Nay, Alphino had the right of it. Would that his wisdom extended to the question of his own safety. Capable though he has become, he ventures alone into the enemy's stronghold, in the shadowy web of the Paragons, like as not. When it comes to making rash decisions, I'm hardly in a position to criticise, but... I'm worried. I just wish there was something I could do for him besides pray. Alfie. Also, yeah, we had that cutscene previously where Elidibus took off his mask. Yeah, and the meanwhile in the Imperial Palace. Yeah, so it must be Elidibus in his body. Because yeah, Elidibus showed his face to the Emperor, and the Emperor was like, "How dare you!" So, yeah, that makes sense. Well, I assume they're going to reveal that now. We cannot suffer icons to exist. Was I not clear on this point? More than clear, the icon in question was summarily dispatched by the Warrior of Light. The summoner is dead, and the rite beyond repeating. Everything proceeded according to plan, every party behaving exactly as required. That helmet looks so heavy. You're gonna hurt your neck, mate. My methods may seem extreme, but there is no cause for concern. I work only to ensure the salvation of this star. Yeah, and he's wearing white, so that's meant as like a little hint that it's Elidibus. Yeah. What are you doing fiddling with that thing? I asked you a question, soldier. What are you... Have you lost your mind? Whoa, okay. Okay, I was wondering if I was meant to know who this was. I have lost many things, but my mind is yet my own. There upon the stage I stood, prepared to take my final bow, only to find that the finale was but an intermission. Shall I use this chance to repent for my sins? Embrace goodness and mediocrity? Nay, I think not. While the one I yearn to face yet lives, the hunt must go on. What? Is that Xeno somehow? I'm so confused. He's got a flying robot. He's good with the katana. He talks about the hunt. Okay. You thought it was Soldier Kun, but it was I, Dio. Very good. Also, welcome, Todeliski. Tsukuyomi is a bit of a weird one. Instead of summoning a primal, she channeled one like a Zilan Shiva. Yeah, she doesn't have the echo. So I was wondering how she was able to control it. Interesting. Lunar Cycle. Under the Moonlight. Well, that was a good patch. Alphino will have need of all of his wits if he is to survive his visit to Garlemald. We know precious little about life in the Imperial capital. Oh, I want to do more, but it's 7 o'clock. Ponder. Oh, I get a ponder emote. Oh, I get to hang out with Alize. Ah. I must stream again soon, so I can do this next one. Just check for new dialogue. Xenos did get an artificial echo, so... Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, I think we're done. Ah, I want to keep going, but it's late. I should stop. That was really good. Chance to try out Dancer yet? I've played a little bit of Dancer. I really like it. I just haven't. I've played it in a few trials, and I really like the rotation. How it's like procs upon procs. It's very cool. The 1, 2, and each of those procs one of these, and then these have a chance to proc on this, and you dance. You do a little dance. Very cool. I like Dancer. I've got to play more of it. Should I take this opportunity afforded me to be good and atone for whatever evils I may have done? Now I'm gonna murder some more. It's too much fun, lol. Yes. Yeah, that was really cool. Alright, well, I suppose I shall end the stream because it's a bit too late to start a whole new chapter. And next time we'll start or do 4.4. Who is streaming that I can raid? Ooh, a few people. Ooh, Sakura's doing Oracle of Ages rando. I really like Oracle of Ages. It's a good game. It's a very underrated Zelda. I'm gonna raid her. Your favourite range DPS job? Ah, yeah, it's pretty cool. For AoE, they practically become melee. Yeah. 5 yards. Yeah. They all have short range on that, but yeah, these are longer. This is 12. And Bard is 12. Yeah. I didn't realise Dancer was so much smaller radius on the AoE. Very, very cool. But yeah, thanks all for watching. /raid Sakura Tsubasa. Boop. And hopefully I can stream again soon. And I'll see you soon. See ya.